The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, what's going on?
I just wanted to express a flat-out thank you, Tom. I've learned more about trading from you than about any other previous 3 or 4 books I've read combined, and I just wanted to extend a heartfelt thank you because you've helped me make a lot of cash, man. There's no two ways about it, not only just through insights, but just the things that I've learned from you.
Cool.
And being able to call trades on my own.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 3 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day out there. Safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To master love, you have to practice love. The art of relationship is a whole mastery, and the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action. It's not about attaining knowledge. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 22, NASDAQ off 13, S&P's off 7, gold contract up $20, trading out at $1,720 an ounce. Silver up 26 cents at $33.40 an ounce. Platinum up $30 at $1,611 an ounce. Copper up 5.5 pennies at $3.88 a pound. Light sweet crude up 37 cents, trading out at $99.70 a barrel. Bonds up 1 point at $142.25. King dollar down 18 cents. What King dollar did, folks, King dollar got down to the breakout area of December 12th with lighter volume, rejected it. Starts going topside. We're at 79.53, and that's why this market just couldn't handle green. Euro off 2 ticks at 131.05, and the yen down 35, trading out at 77.43. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Pretty amazing, I'll tell you. What's amazing about this, folks, is this. We got to 1333.47. Now, the highs of July out here was the 1346. The low was the 1336. We got to 1333. That was the lows of the high of July. Now, the amazing part is this, is that, we were looking for that, the 1292. That's where the volume was, right? Extends, gets over that whole area. No juice whatsoever. The market, in order to stay to higher prices, my take is that it had to do 1.2, 1.4 billion shares. We were doing 700 million. We did 800 million today. It couldn't hold price. But this is the amazing part. The amazing part, folks, this couldn't hold price when Europe was up 1.5% to 2%. Let's go to the Dow Industrials. What that's saying, folks, is that there's underlying problems here in the selling here in a big way. Dow Industrials hit 12,841 today. That 12,841 was right over the 12,751, which was the July high, which both Julys closed underneath it, lighter volume. What does that set up? That's an absolute failure. NASDAQ composite. We go over to the composite. We take a look at the composite. What we have inside the composite gets to a price point today of 28.34. And that 28.34, when we take a look at that 28.34 got into the lows of the highs, gave it up, lighter volume. Okay, so what is it all about? Well, first off, when you do 100% moves of moves, you got into the 27th, you got over the 27th of October, you had lighter volume, and you get a major failure like this. That is saying that now it's game on for what? It's game on for the lower swing point. Now, if we deal with the S&P cash right now, the lowest swing point, well, first off, it goes like this. 1318.45, that's where we're at. 1292.66 is your first benchmark. And the reason that that's the first benchmark is that that's where we went over and had lighter volume. Once you're into that 1292.66, what you're going to see is that you're going to get down into that 1158 pretty quickly. Now, King dollar. This is pretty amazing. You know, it's not even like the dollar was up, folks, okay? All what the dollar had done is this. The dollar got back yesterday with 31,000 contracts. No, 36,000, I believe. Let's get this up, okay? So the 36,000 contracts. It had been coming into 36,000 contracts, by the way, at 35,600. We needed it in order to go higher, to get underneath this, have lighter volume, then reject it. That's exactly what it did. It gets to a price point today of 79.19. 79.21 was the breakout area from December 12th. Gets down there, rejects it. What does that mean? That means that, you know what, now game is on. Number one for the 82.04. What game is on also is for, of course, a larger ABC structure on the way up, going into the 85 to 89. Now, lots of earnings after the close out here. JNPR, let's see what Juniper Networks is doing. Juniper Networks closed at $22.37. That's trading down $1.75 at $20.75 right now. Let's see what she's saying. So Juniper, what they're saying out here, let's see. Okay, so Juniper Networks, nice gross margins, though. Oh, my God. Look at this. They're running gross margins, folks, at 63 to 64%. They see the first quarter revenue coming at $960 million to $990 million. The fourth quarter, they made 28 cents in the bottom line. Top line was $1.1 billion. Where they're going is that they're looking the first quarter. They're looking at smaller numbers. That's why they're pushing that stock down. Starbucks, SBUX. Starbucks just come out with numbers. Starbucks closed at 48.37. That's trading down 50 cents. Starbucks numbers go like this. They're looking at the estimate was 49 cents. They made 50 cents. Well, what's interesting about Starbucks is that, you know, number one, what they're doing is they're starting to serve beer and wine, but what they just came across the tape on is that what they're actually going to be doing is that now they're getting together with Taco Bell, and they're going to start serving basically Starbucks products for breakfast at Taco Bell. It's going to be wild. So that's going to be a stock. You know, it's a stock that is accelerated, no doubt. But I believe Taco Bell is still owned by Pepsi. Let me just see something, because that's I think it's owned by Pepsi. I just pulled up Pepsi, but I don't have it right in front of me, but I believe it is. We go take a look at some of the high volume stocks out here. Even though we didn't have high volume, these were the highest volume in the market. We had Bank of America down 5 cents. You had Wells Fargo off $1.15. JCPenney, look at that. That was up $6. We got to find out what that is. Yum Brands owns it. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. And not Pepsi. Yum Brands owns it, folks. We had JCPenney up $6.44. We'll have to go over there and see what's going on there. E-Trade got hammered. They must have. We'll go check out E-Trade. They better get that E-Trade baby out there. That was down $1.37, trading out at $7.99. SanDisk, that was the heads up last night, folks. SanDisk Corporation. So let's go over to SanDisk for a second, because I want to show you SanDisk. You know, if you remember, you know, you had the Fed meeting yesterday. Acceleration was up. Bottom line is that even with the acceleration up, the S&Ps couldn't get going, right? Which was really divergent. SanDisk come out with numbers. The deal with SanDisk, you know, was like, okay, the number's not bad. They sold that baby down $5. Well, what they also did here today, they not only sold it down $5.92, monster volume. SanDisk is setting up that, you know, there's going to be a couple more gap aways, and this baby wants to get down to about 37. So that's problematic in that whole sense. There's no two ways about that. We go over to the bond market. We take a look at bonds. What we had with bonds out here, 30-year bond. excuse me, folks, up 36 today, 386,000 contracts traded. That's going to try to get up to the top of the range it's in now, which is 146.11. And, you know, we'll see whether it's going to get up and over it, because if it basically goes after that B point, it looks to me like it's a very large ABC structure on the way up to about $1.60. And if that's the case, folks, I would suspect the only way that's going to happen is that you would be coming downtown. Now, what we have absolutely not had is this. We've had no volume on the way up, and we've had no volume on every correction on the way back down. You know, what we do have is that we have high volume lows, and my take is that they're going to, number one, get tested more than likely. You know, we'll see how we come into those tests. We got, okay, so let me see. What else we got? Riverbed Technologies, RVBD. RVBD. So Riverbed closed at $29.92. That's trading at $29 right now. That's not a bad setup either. Riverbed Technologies, let's take a look at it. Yeah, she's fine. You know, it's amazing. When you pull that up, they're saying down 4%. But, you know, it's close at $29.92, and it's at $29. That's not the end of the world. Okay, so Riverbed Technologies, what they did, earnings per share were 12 cents. Yeah, 12 cents. Adjusted, well, they got some adjustments in there. Bottom line, they're pushing, they're saying that they made 24 to 25 cents. Top line revenue is $203 million. The estimate was $200 million. But that baby is definitely holding tight into the numbers. VRSN, VRSN. Let's see if Verizon, no, VeriSign come out yet. So VeriSign, whoops, there she is. Okay, so VeriSign just come out with numbers. This is the numbers there. VeriSign, the estimate was 41 cents. They come out with 40 cents. That's bottom line. Top line, 203. They made 203. Clack, I believe Clack just came out. KLA 10 core. Numbers on Clack go like this. Earnings per share, 66 cents. Their revenue is $642 million. Clack closed at $50.26. Right now, that's trading at $50.75. Gold. Let's go over to the gold market and take a look at gold. What we had with gold out here today is this. Gold gets to a price point of $17.31. You do 204,000 contracts, and that is some good juice, folks, okay? You know, we did come down on 285,000 contracts in September. And 245. Yesterday what you had is you had 240,000, today at 204. What that's going to do is that is taking some of the supply line out. I suspect, you know, this is still a dead cat bounce, and you're going to be back down into that 1542 area. But more than likely what you're going to try to do is it's going to try to spike that 1767 first. We're going to be right back.